Aaditi Pohankar, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you so much, Vishal. Thank you.
Aditi, congratulations for the grand success of two of your shows, Aashram 3 and the second season of She. Everyone is talking about you and your moving performance, especially in She 2. You've been described as the finest actress Bollywood have today, and there have been comparisons with Shabana Azmi. How does it feel, Aditi, for an artist to have such an adulation?
Honestly, Vishal, I had tears in my eyes when I read that article because I come from a family where, theater and music has been the primary part of me growing up. Even though I was a sprinter, I was a runner. I chose to be someone else and then realized that probably this is something my heart is calling me out to, So my father is no more with us. He passed away while I was shooting for She, but he was a lover of Shabana ji as an audience, and he was also a theatre actor. Not primarily an actor. He worked with Cadbury's, but this is something in a Maharashtrian family people do. They do practice Tendulkar sir's plays and things like that. So if he were like, I still pray to God and say that something like this being compared to Shabana ji, I think is there are some moments in your life which are the best ever. So this is my first best ever moment. Maybe second, because the first season also gave me so much appreciation and love from the audience. Even though the subject was very tricky for an actress like me who was new, who was just entering Bollywood, and I actually didn't know exactly what would be the response. So I would often ask Imtiaz sir that, what do you think, sir? Are we going the right way? Are we am I going correct to the character or not? And he's been a veteran, so I'm sure he knew better. But I still had my kind of, that anxiety, which was before the release of the first season. And after the second season, I think the kind of messages that I get on my social media and worldwide, people have been watching the show and loving it and liking liking the mind of the character. That's what I really appreciate. That the audience has also matured so much. That has gone beyond just analyzing somebody over how they look or how they behave. Rather, they are also connecting to the craft, which is something I'm so grateful and so happy about these times.
Your character Bhumi has various layers to her. Did you take Bhumi home? And also, were there times when you almost felt like the character was taking over Aditi in any way?
Oh, well, yeah, pretty much every day. I would wake up sometimes thinking, am I in Nayak's house or am I in my house? At times, I would see my helper in the house and she would be like, ma'am, what happened? Like, why did you wake up with a jolt? Because, honestly, consciously, subconsciously, you're connecting with the character and parallelly living with that character, It can't be that going into such depth of it, you can stay away from it. So thankfully, I'm not a phone person. These days I've been very active on social media because I think this is the time to be active, and need not be all the time being active on social media, but yes, this is the time because I want to know what people are thinking about Bhumi, what they're thinking about me, Aditi as an actor, and what should I do to improve for that matter. So I would often wake up thinking that where am I exactly? Am I even alive or am I going to be dead? That kind of, because that constant fear of being, that Imtiaz sir had told me, the constant fear of death is always alive with Bhumi. This is a terrific line, that the fear of death is alive with Bhumi. And then what does Bhumi do after that? That is the whole journey of Bhumi in the second season. So that is what kept me on my toes also. There were many times when we used to do, mostly there were night shifts, because you can see the entire show is probably, some portion is shot in the day, but mostly in the night. And then दिन में तो नींद ही उड़ जाती थी, because वैसे भी दिन में नींद नहीं आती है. And then again going back to the set and living Bhumi. So after a point, I just kind of stopped resisting and I started living Bhumi's life till the script demanded.
Aditi, She could have been the best or the craziest decision of your life. Did you ever fear it could backfire given the nature of the subject?
Well, honestly, I'm an actor and I'm young and I want to take the risks. So because it was Imtiaz Ali, and when I read the script, honestly, a script like this won't backfire, I feel, because when there is so much to do, and then it was up to me to perform it. If had I failed performing it, probably not according to anyone else but myself. I analyzed my performance quite a bit. So if I found myself repetitive, or if I found myself, kind of not building the character like I probably have, then I would be scared, certainly. But I was sure that whatever said and done, ये चले ना चले, मैं खुश हूँ कि मैंने अपने अपने तरफ से मैंने अपना काम कर दिया है. इसके बाद वो उसका fate है.
She has a substantial amount of intimacy and the way it matured. Did that thought cross your mind? What if it did not? What it could backfire?
No, that's what I'm saying. That every scene that is intimate has a reason to it. If you see the first season, she's completely asexual. And then she figures that that's her power game. So when she realizes her power and she's going ahead with it, and sexuality has taken that route for her, that's the path laid for her. Then people are not going to just look at it like an intimate scene. It's not just, I've seen many times people being intimate even at bandstand, So what is the scene? It's bandstand, it's the sea, there are two people, there is a couple. Makes a completely different scenario for us. But when Bhumi is going through all of this, when she's been called asexual, when she's been suppressed with her sexuality by every man around her, including her husband majorly, इसीलिए वो second season में जो main scene है जो husband के साथ है लोखंडे के साथ, it's completely justified. तो बहुत से लोगों ने मुझे message किया है कि this is such a great eye opener for marriages which are forcefully done. Women have said this to me. Mostly women have liked this series compared to men, So I can understand now that the audience is completely understanding what the state of mind of the characters, and this is the writing and the actor and the director, nothing else, And of course, Netflix, the platform.
So, it's a very powerful performance. I really liked it.
Thank you.
How much physical transformation influenced your performance? Also, while shooting, did you ever experience or felt that people on the sets reacted to you differently, especially when you put up that makeup and costume?
Well, I won't deny that. People had different reactions, especially the people who've seen me. See, you begin shooting with a crew, okay? They don't know you because you're a newcomer. When I was a newcomer, like when I started with She, and you are young, you're just starting off. किसी को पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. सब मेरे दिमाग में हो रहा है, correct? और स्क्रिप्ट पे चल रहा है. तो किसी को आइडिया नहीं, वैसे भी आइडिया नहीं होती है क्या हो रहा है, unless it's a ad commercial. Because यहाँ पे कट हो रहा है, यहाँ पे कुछ और आप मानेंगे नहीं. मैं पहले सीजन में I used to do Bhumika Pardeshi in the constable's uniform first half of the day, and second half of the day I used to do that sex workers outfit, तो लोगों को वैसे ही समझ नहीं आ रहा था ये क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे. पर जब वो मुझे वहां देखते थे, they used to, because everybody was very interested in knowing something was different. My body language was different. My way of speaking was different. When they would see me chilling, eating with my other HODs, I would talk differently. I would joke around. I would jump around. They were like, "यार, ये क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे?" बहुत से बार मैंने देखा है, lightmen specifically, because they're always looking at your face, lighting you, and the most amazing guys on set, I feel, when they looked at me like, "Oh my God!" And actually speaking, they shied away and they were like, they're looking away, So I understood that they were like, oh, ये कुछ यहाँ पे change हो रहा है, and they were so decent and nice that they were like, oh, whatever, this performance is, I'm sure this girl is an actor, that kind of thing. Which on the second season completely changed. They looked at me like after a point they were looking forward to what I'm going to be doing as a performance. So I got my audience right from my field, in the sense stage से ही audience पैदा होती है. And before you enter a play, audience के साथ तुम्हारा नाटक शुरू हो चुका होता है. It's almost like that.
So that was Pammi. While playing Pammi, you also had to work on your accent. Was that another challenge for you when you started playing this role in Aashram 3?
Yes, very big challenge. Primarily because I was working on She as well as Aashram at the same time. और यहाँ पे मेरा मराठी एक्सेंट है और वहाँ पे मेरा हरियाणवी पंजाबी है. मतलब प्रकाश सर didn't want complete हरियाणवी because वो समझ नहीं आएगी फिर लोगों को. और he wanted to keep a bit of Punjabi because the mother spoke Punjabi, the brother Tushar Pandey spoke a little bit of Punjabi Haryanvi. So Sunita ma'am, who's very I thank God that she came in my life because she trained me for Aashram. और जब मैंने पम्मी आश्रम में जब मैंने शी में भूमिका का जो किरदार किया था, वो मैंने थोड़ा बहुत ट्राई एंड एरर के साथ अपने हिसाब से ही कर लिया था. So वो मुझे आ गया था. पर ये इसमें चैलेंज था क्योंकि वो स्विचिंग था. कभी यहाँ पे शूट कर रही हूँ, कभी भोपाल में शूट कर रही हूँ पम्मी के लिए. तो यार मैं I should ask my makeup artist many times, am I sounding like Bhumi anywhere? Because it might happen that you get lost in the performance and suddenly Pammi starts saying, Babba ji mere ko aisa nahi ho raha. You never know. It was like a nightmare. So it was very difficult, but I hope I did it well. I don't know. I hope.
Aditi, let's talk about Sheer. Imtiaz Ali movies always have these heart-touching moments, like a young Harleen bringing black tea for Veer in Love Aajkal, Aditi and Viren in Socha Na Tha conversing about their love, and there's a wall in between them. So,
Yeah.
as in Tamasha, she of course talks about love from a different lens. What
Right.
is your or what are your favorite moments from She?
Yeah, there are very beautiful moments where Bhumi realizes that she is in love, and when she says अब आ गई ना मैं और कितना बाकी है और कितना आओ अभी, that line when she says it to the dawn, when he says कि तुम मेरे लिए, अगर तुम मैं ऐसा हूँ कि अगर तुम मेरी काम की नहीं हो तो मैं तुम्हें खत्म कर दूंगा, तो तुम मेरे काम की रहो, तो मैं ट्राई करने वालों में से हूँ, मैं ट्राई करूंगा, और वो बोलती है अब आ गई ना मैं और कितना बाकी आना. Oh my God, that was such a beautiful line, where she says, now what else do you want from me? I've given my whole self to you, and she's almost like, how can you say something like that to me? I'm in love with you. So when that happens, when he dies, that when he says कि तुम मेरी तरह मत बनो, मेरे लिए as Aditi also, those lines were heart wrenching, that he says कि वो cancel, and she's like, what? Like, what exactly happened? My life just crashed in front of me, and I thought that I was on a hook. If I wouldn't do this, you would kill me and my family. That's why I did it. But actually, he says, you and me, let's go together. And that was the life I wanted. So that's why in the 7th episode, you see where she says, मुझे वो मिल जाए जो मैं सच में चाहती थी. And then she goes in that thought and smiles to herself, that, oh man, that could be my life, but it's gone. That's why she says to Fernandez later, अब मैं वो रही नहीं, क्योंकि वो थोड़ा जो hope था भूमि के लिए कि वो प्यार कर सकती थी या उसे प्यार मिल सकता था, उस तरीके का romantic kind of love, that's also gone. So she says, after this I'm destroyed. That's why she becomes asexual again with power, if you see. That's why the whole get up and the way she's looking.
The other show that you're part of is the season 3 of Aashram, directed by Prakash Jha. Even in this show, we saw you doing some action along with battling casteism. How would you explain the core difference between the approach and aesthetics of Prakash Jha and Imtiaz Ali?
Well, I would say there's a huge difference between both of them. That the magnanimity of the characters, the scripts with Prakash Jha is crazy. Like I would once go on set and I would see like almost 1,000 people waiting there, and I have to give one speech, one monologue, and I'm like, ये VFX में नहीं होता है क्या? ये सच के लोग हैं क्या इतने सारे? And he's like, नहीं, इसके और multiply होंगे ना. So the magnanimity, of course, and the discipline, and with Imtiaz sir, the interest, like I would say the fine line between weaving the emotions to the finest of the quality, I would say, is Imtiaz sir with one character. Now that is very tricky. If you can do it or you can't do it, and that has to happen every moment, every scene. It can't be कि एक सीन में कर दिया, दूसरे सीन में अपना कुछ easy चल रहा है, ऐसा नहीं होता है. वो हर मोमेंट, इसलिए आप देखोगे भूमि की आंखों में हमेशा वो डर लगा रहता था, हमेशा वो चैलेंज लगा रहता था, हमेशा there was a dark seduction, कब उसे वो यूज करना है, कब उसे नहीं यूज करना है, ये सब मैं डाउनलोड लेके I would perform from Imtiaz sir. So I think these are the two main difference, I can differentiate them is Prakash sir is of course magnanimous, and Imtiaz sir is meticulous with one character, I would say. Yeah, but both had, for me, luckily both had too much of a range and a performance scope, which I am very thankful to God. Yeah.
Great. Aditi, you've been part of 2 successful franchises now. Do you consider yourself a method actor or the type of actor who can break into a character and come out of it when director says cut?
Well, I'm not a method actor, I would say, but I'm certainly a serious actor. Like on set, if there is a cut, I don't get out of my character. I stay in that character. I live a new life. I enjoy it. I basically enjoy it. So full day I'm living Pammi's life, for example, or full day I'm living Bhumi's life. फिर मैं ना फोन पे बात करती हूँ, ना लोग मुझसे बात कर रहे, मैं उसमें घुल सकती हूँ, मैं अपने में बहुत मस्त रहती हूँ. और क्या होता है अभिनय, you tell me, Vishal, because this is what acting is about. You imbibe different characters, you live their lives, and I never understood sometimes when I've gone on set in my initial days, on ad films and all, आते ही लोग बोलते पैकअप कब हो रहा है, तो मुझे कभी समझ नहीं आया यार तुम पैकअप के पीछे क्यों पड़े रहते हो, मैं तो शूट कब हो रहा है के इंतजार में हूँ, और जब शूट होता है तब मतलब मैं सुनने में आता है कि पैकअप कब हो रहा है. शूट तो अगर तुमको मिल रहा है काम, कितनी बड़ी बात है यार कि तुमको काम मिल रहा है, तो उसे अच्छे से करो, be there on set, because see, everybody is putting in that amount of effort. एक्टर जब बोलता है यार मैं थक गया हूँ, डायरेक्टर भी उतना ही थकता है, डीओपी उससे ज्यादा थकता है, और लाइटमैन और वो सेट वाले उससे भी ज्यादा थकते हैं, उससे ज्यादा हमसे ज्यादा वो काम करते हैं. तो आई वुड से कि I stay in my character, because anytime there's a call for another take, okay, I feel there's a new opportunity for me to do something else for myself, nothing else. I enjoy it completely, thoroughly, and I'm very passionate about acting. So I live that life, and till I'm getting work, I'll be passionate about it. I just love to perform.
You like to be on the set all the time. That's
always. Yes, certainly.
Then, Aditi, did you receive any tips or advice from some of the other cast members while working on both the shows?
Well, not really, because mostly my interactions were with the directors. So, once, we would discuss it, maybe, like with my sister Rupa. She's fantastic. I love her, Shivani. Then with Lokhande, there would be discussion, like with Sandeep, who's playing Lokhande. And they all are FTI and brilliant actors, with Vijay Varma also in the first season. It would be like, kya lagta hai? Because such intimate scenes are there, so we have to make sure that the other person is also comfortable. And that's about it. I think we just discuss it and go ahead with it.
So which are the directors who are on your wish list, and who would you like to collaborate with in future?
I would like to work with everybody. Nothing like that, but yes, I have my favorites because I've liked them since I was growing up. One is Zoya Akhtar, for sure. I want to work with her because I want to work with a woman director and see how different is it, or what is this newness of it. Because I've always worked with male directors. Then there is I want to work with Raju sir, Raju Irani, Shujit Sarkar, Shujay Ghosh. I really like his work. Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra, I've been a fan of. And Raj and DK is somebody I really want to work with. I've been telling Manoj Bajpayee sir also that sir, मुझे अभी उनके साथ काम करना है. उनका जो भी next हो, wherever it is, I would love to be a performer in their creation. And yes, pretty much anybody who has a good script, honestly, because I would love to do a great script after this, because there is some side of me, because I'm sure इसका आगे भी there will be इसके भाग आएंगे. भाग 4 तो आ ही रहा है आश्रम का, उसका हमको पता है आगे क्या होने वाला है. आई होप अगर शी अच्छे से चलता है जैसे अभी चल रहा है, मतलब 1 week is done, second week also on top 1, it's running on number 1 trending, वो होता है तो there will be a hopefully a season 3, and उधर मुझे देखना है कि what I can do now different.
And finally, Aditi, where do you see yourself going from here?
Well, I hope I go a long way. I feel I can, because I think I'll keep working only harder after this. I'll keep polishing my craft, and I believe in that, because when I was a runner, Vishal, the thing is, even if you have won the Olympics, okay, you win a title in Olympics, say you're gold or something, next race or next event, you still have to start from district. उसमें heats में आप select होते हो, फिर state में जाते हो, फिर आप national में जाते हो. तो वो दौर तो है, तो इसको तो अभी मैं एंजॉय कर रही हूँ बहुत सलीके से. वो आई कैन से आई एम टेकिंग उसका लुत्फ उठा रही हूँ मैं अच्छे से. इसके बाद फिर आई स्टार्ट विद अ न्यू चैप्टर, एंड आई स्टार्ट विद अ न्यूनेस ऑफ एवरीथिंग, दैट keeping this as an achievement, as a trophy in my cupboard. I'll start off as Aditi, who never did anything again. I completely believe in that. So let's see. I'll go with life now. Yeah.
Well, we are looking forward to many more powerful performances from you, Aaditi Pohankar. Thank you so much, and best of luck.
Thank you, Vishal. Lovely talking to you.